Okay, let's see here. Is this thing on? Ah, well met, pupils. How does my music sound? Can you hear it? Barely. I don't want it to be too loud. Thank you for the kind words, pupils. Ah, crud. I don't have YouTube Premium. I keep having to listen to these godforsaken ads. Oh, wait, this isn't an ad. It's just the music. I'm having some of Mother's famous hot cuckoo. Well, pupils, let me know, can you hear me okay? Well, pupils, perhaps something of a tale to begin. Well, you see, as a young lad of sorts, like most of us, I enjoyed Pokémon cards. But my first love, really, was a little game known as Duel Monsters, aka, to the layman, known as Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, I had all sorts of cards. I probably had all the cards, actually. Until one day, many years ago, Mother's dreaded boyfriend made something he called an executive decision. A decision to give them away to Goodwill. As you can imagine, my rage had no bounds. Well, when that happened, I swore that I would never recover.
Ever since we introduced him to
all these ads interrupting my story. Anyway, where was I? Yes, the worst nightmare of sorts. Anyway, I swore I would never recover. And so, without my collection, well, I attempted to fill the void with something known as League of Legends. And I'd be lying if I said it didn't work. but what really scratched the proverbial itch was when I started playing Hearthstone. And I probably became the best player Hearthstone has ever seen. And then I got bored with that, and I began to play a different game known as TFT. Now, for the lame men or lame ladies out there, that is Teamfight Tactics. It happens to be a game of, well, a battle of wits. You have to be pretty smart to play that game. And again, I rose the ranks and became probably the most formidable Teamfight Tactics player there ever was. Anyway, as you knew, a siren's call was upon me then. Quite recently. Well, some of you may have seen my Japan arc. Well, actually, well, yes, there was some Magic the Gathering in between. But what happened was, a siren called out to me. Mayhaps you could say it was a geisha of sorts, actually. And I found myself on a quest of sorts to the land of the rising sun, aka Nippon, aka Japan. Well, actually, uno momento, pupils. Mayhaps some of you will be interested in this. I didn't come home empty-handed. Yeah, I have to move this mic slightly. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see this, pupils. I just have to move a couple of things around here. Is this visible? Ah, it's too big. You have to move. Momento. Let's see here. This camera doesn't have autofocus. Apologies, pupils. Perhaps you could see, just get a taste. I just knew that I have something of a collection upon my return. Yes, that is multiple Exodia heads. Also, you may have noticed all of these are rare, at least. Anyway, let's see here. I suppose you get the point, pupils. Let me just make sure this is back. Where I needed it to be. Was that the way I had it a moment ago? I can't remember. Yes, I do have multiple Dark Magician girls. Let's just say Dark Magician girl and I have something of a history, pupil. That predates Lady Mikasa. I hope Mikasa isn't watching this stream and getting jealous. Anyway, I just want to get the positioning correct.
This is where I talk about what I liked in my first box.
What the hell is this? Another ad? I'm trying to tell my story of sorts. Let's see here. Let's see here. No, I didn't bring home a new bride. I guess I'm still in something of a scoundrel phase. Anyway, pupils. Yeah, as I was saying, a siren called out to me, and so I found myself in Japan, and yeah, as some of you just witnessed, I've garnered quite the collection. And they're all in Japanese. Anyway, that awoke something in me, and I decided that I should try and, well, let's just say be nostalgic. And whilst I was away, Mother also went on a vacation. Although, Mother went somewhere, let's just say, not as exotic as Japan, not as wondrous as Japan. Mayhaps you've all heard of a little place called Canada. Well, that's where Mother went. Actually, I suppose that because this was something of an anniversary of sorts for when her mother... Oh, I just had a brain fart trying to read the chat while I was giving this speech. Whilst her dreaded boyfriend, the anniversary of sorts of when he discarded all of my cards to the proverbial shadow realm, she felt sorry for me. And she purchased what I'm about to open on this very stream. Well, what do you think of this? It contains the god cards of sorts. Although, I suppose they're not the most powerful versions of the god cards, as they are the Canadian god cards. The proverbial maple syrup god cards. Anyway, let's see what we got here. I have this small blade to assist me in opening this. Yes, all three Canadian Tim Horton God cards. Let's see here. Well, you're always asking to witness my skills with the blade. This one's not quite sharp. It's actually a key ring of sorts, which I got as a souvenir from my quest. How satisfying. Anyway, let's see what we got in this bad boy of sorts. Oh! Well, we have our first god of sorts. Obelisk. Ew. Uno momento, pupils. It's not in focus. How's that? I think that's as good as I can get it. Obelisk, the proverbial tormentor. Ah, some D&D nerd, thank you for the super chat of sorts. You know, going to Japan makes you that much closer to become Wolverine, considering his connection to Japan. Another character of sorts based on me. Well, at least loosely. As you can clearly tell, we've got similar strength and, of course, facial hair. How have I been besides the quest? I suppose I've been okay. Thank you for asking, pupil. Although, these dreaded ads... Okay, that's better. Well. Ew, I happen to have something of a... Can you see that? I think I cut myself. Anyway, let's see. I suppose I should be delicate with this card of sorts. This isn't a regular booster pack. I'm not sure how I should open these or present these. I do have these sleeves that came with my dual disc. Perhaps I should use those for my cards until I put them in better ones. Anyway, let's see here. I'll try and move closer to this and get it in focus. Obelisk, the proverbial tormentor. Who's next? Ah! Remember this guy? Slifer the Sky Dragon. And who could, of course, forget the winged Dragon of Ra? I think this one was my favorite. Okay, what's next? I have no idea. Oh, an alternate art. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Well, I'm certainly feeling the nostalgia now, pupils. Who could be next? An alternate art Dork Magician. Apologies, pupils, I'm shaking. The hell is this music? Okay. Next up. Oh! Red Eyes Black Dragon. I think we can all agree. Blue Eyes is much better looking, albeit weaker, cousin. Okay, I believe that the last... I'm getting flustered and shaking. I believe the last card here is a super rare of sorts. Mystery card. What do we think it is, pupils? Is this thing still on? I don't see the chat. Aw, crud. Did I disconnect? Yeah, I can see the chat again. Obelisk again. Ooh, well, let's see here. What'll it be? Drum roll, please, pupils. Oh, it is Obelisk again. Ooh. Look at that. Okay, I gotta get this into a sleeve because I actually think my thumb is bleeding right now. Oh, crap. Do you think if I were to get some of that on this card, it would actually go up in value, pupils? To be blessed? Okay. Yep, so I'll just put these... sleeve up these bad boys for later. Yes, I do believe it would go up in power. Doubtless, the many fanatics or fans of mine would pay more coin for an obelisk tainted in my blood. Nay, blessed in my blood. Let's see here. No, I actually gave up on the anime of sorts.
Hi, this is Shmore, and a little thing that I love about spicy honey pepper pimento chicken
Like I
is
said,
the extra out.
Mother's boyfriend put a bad taste in my mouth when he discarded my cards to the Shadow Realm. Was that the one with the Tron bikes? Got pretty crazy. Okay, we got them in these. Is that so? Mayhaps it would. Mayhaps it would transform. Okay, we got one of those. We got one of those pupils. One of those trolls of sorts who thinks I'm a character. Every ad is a test of my patience. Okay, well, those were... we knew what... Most of those cards were actually on box, so I knew I'd get those, except for that ultra-rare version of Obelisk. Well, we got some boosters here. I'm going to open them in order that they're in here. Ah, who remembers this, pupils? Who remembers this one? Doubtless, you remember your rage whenever Mother would purchase one of these. I remember most of the cards in this particular set. They were useless, unless you found that alternate art Blue Eyes or something. Well, I hope my thumb stops leaking. Anyway, let's see here. Let's get to it. Oh, crud, I'm afraid I'm too powerful, pupils. Okay. It's been a while since I've done one of these, pupils. Let's see here. Who's ready for the first booster pack? Is that in focus? Apologies, pupils. That should suffice. Mother's tendies, I suppose, will always be a close tie to opening boosters. Okay. First card. Ha! Mammoth Graveyard. I haven't seen this guy in years. This Forsaken Thumb keeps leaking everywhere. Apologies, pupils. Next up, Dark World Thorns. Crud. Okay, what's next? Ah, Final Flame. Our first uncommon of sorts. Okay, next up. Ah, Trial of Nightmare. A fiend of sorts. Boo indeed. We all remember that this Blue Eyes booster pack was a load of crud. Part of the cards. Ah, Petite Angel. Let me get this in focus. Ah, used to be called Trial of Hell. I'm the original prince. Well, pupil, as you knew, this is also I wouldn't be surprised if they still did print that. But as I was explaining at the start, Mother purchased this particular box for me while she was on vacation in the land of maple syrup. So these are Canadian cards. Doubtless that's why they're so cruddy. Anyway, what's next? M Warrior number 2. Number 2 is right. Am I right, pupils? That was a roast of sorts. Okay, we're almost there. Hinotama. That's okay. Okay, this is it, pupils. I need you all to believe in the heart of the cards for me. I want that alternate art Blue Eyes. Maneater. For some reason, I don't know why. That used to be Mother's nickname of sorts. Doubtless because she's so formidable. Okay, this is it. Am I getting my alternate art Blue Eyes? I'm shaking, pupils. Drum roll, please. Is this a prank of sorts? I knew that those Blue Eyes packs were a load of crud. I think I have been scammed. Did something change, pupils? I thought the last couple of cards in the booster pack were meant to be where I got my rare. Let me know if something changed over the years and if I'm being a baka of sorts. Well, I just got scammed. Well. Okay. Next up.
If you're finally ready to take a trip without
these
kids,
godforsaken ads. Apologies, pupils. Ruining my playlist of sorts. Okay. Next up. Metal Raiders. Hollows were actually hard to pull. Well, particularly so in those Blue Eyes packs. Okay, well, I'm going to do the same anyway, even if these are trying to scam me. I'm still going to put the last card of sorts at the bottom. And see. Okay, pupils. Believe in the heart of the cards. First up. Queen's Double. I remember this vixen. Apologies, the camera doesn't have autofocus. I want to keep these in the piles of the booster packs. Uno momento, pupils. Notice how I didn't even bother sleeving those other ones. Ew. This is the one I just flipped. Apologies. I really was about to snap thinking I got double Queen's Doubles. Next up. Oh! A foil catapult turtle of sorts. I remember this guy. Not the best. Not the worst, pupils. Crud. His thumb. Should I put him in a sleeve? Oh, let's put him in a sleeve, pupils. The old scamp. Okay, let's see here. What's next? I wish I had autofocus. Oh, the masked sorcerer. Ew, the dragon has arrived. Masked sorcerer. Okay, what's next? Dragon, I hope you're gonna believe in the heart of the cards for me. Mystic Lamp. Pathetic. Sword of Deep-Seated. I remember this one. Might not seem good to the naked eye, but this one got me out of a pickle or two back in the day. Okay, next up, we have... another classic of sorts, the Castle of Dark Illusions. A fiend indeed. Oh! Marinfin. Pupils, am I wrong, or... does this kind of look like the Demon Dragon? I know it's a fiend. Well, technically he's a fiend. Or at least part fiend. And he thinks he's a Blue Eyes, but I think he looks more like this. Okay, we're almost there, buckoos. Let's see what's next. Huh. Yeah, I don't think so. Dragon. Okay, what's next? Harpy Lady. Okay, this is the last one. Let's see here. Heart of the cards. Well, I find it interesting that that fiend dragon arrives in my chat, and I start pulling multiple fiends. Pupils, I'll ask you again for the scholars in the chat. Like I said, I swore up. Is this another ad?
1. It costs less than grocery shopping or delivery apps. E-groceries cost over 100.
At least give me ads that are good.
Cost over 20.
Anyway, for the scholars in the chat, am I being a baka of sorts? I was under the impression that the best cards were at the back. Thus, I was shuffling them around. But it seems that the uncommons or rares I'm drawing are in the middle. It's not an act. Heart of the Scams is correct. His cards aren't even in any particular order. Mother's cheapskate boyfriend won't pay up for premium. No. Although, that's an interesting point. Mayhaps I should borrow his credit card. He's been hiding it from me since I used it to get back from Japan. You are just a common compared to me. I'm a one of one. You, sir, are correct. You are a one of one. A misprint of sorts. Anyway, what do we have next? Oh, Spell Ruler. Yes, for those who've just joined, Mother purchased me these packs while she was on vacation with that boyfriend of hers in Canada. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing this even if I am a baka. Okay, let's see here. Pupils, wish me luck. Gaia power. Thank you for the luck of sorts. Next up, the mighty... Oh! Pupils! Serpent Knight Dragon! Well, summon the demon dragon could only pray he becomes. Just look at that. Mayhaps my luck is back, pupils. Wait a second. Have I been shuffling the cards around wrong? Seems to be the second card each time. Interesting. I suppose I should... Uno momento, pupils. Let's get some of those sleeves. Gotta at least sleeve the foil ones on the stream. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh! Can you see that, pupils? Oh, I can't get in focus. Senju of the Thousand Hands. Another card that is based upon the legends of yours truly. I've been known in certain regions as Sensei of the Thousand Hands. It's a cute little nickname because I'm so fast with said hands. Anyway, what's next? Hamburger recipe. I wonder will I find that fiendish hamburger in here somewhere. Ah, Guardian of the Throne Room. I'm not mad. Okay. Magical Labyrinth. Queen Bird. To go with my Queen Double of sorts. Okay, the last. Oh no, second last. Tool. It's actually not a bad card, pupils. Can you read the text?
Ever since we introduced him to the farmer's dog, it's changed.
Is that an ad?
Life.
Leo's number 2s are really getting better.
Silence!
Better you.
Okay, the last card. What'll it be? Ceremonial Bell. How dare that ad indeed, pupils. This was part of my original merch. Yes, that is yours truly. You probably saw these, my 8-pack of sorts, in a video I posted last week with the dragon. No, it's Mother's Hot Cuckoo. Okay, let's see. What's next, pupils? 3 boosters down. 3 to go. Next up. Oh, the Pharaoh's Servant. Quite the treat indeed, pupil. Okay, let's see here. Try to be careful. Okay, let me think. If it was the second card. Let's see if my calculations are correct, pupils. I keep taking the bottom 2, putting them there. But then one of the first 2 ends up being the rare. That would mean... Okay. Let's see if my intellect is correct. Ew, those Pokémon stories. Let's just say they're not suitable for the chat room of sorts, pupils. Anyway, as long as nothing scandalous comes out about Slowpoke. Let's see here. First up. Ah, the Regulation of Tribe. This actually, believe it or not, I think this is the first trap card I've drawn. Okay, next up. Oh, Deep Sea Warrior. Okay. Oh, an uncommon Dimension Hool. Nice dimples. Doubtless should speak of Slowpoke. I'm sacrificing my firstborn and least favorite pet for you for a good pull. There's no need, pupils. All I need is the heart of the cards, and I believe in it. Let's see what's next. Ah, Skull Mariner. That's actually not bad. Great thumb of mine. Okay, let's see what's next. DNA surgery. Second trap card. Aw, crud, my screen turned off. Is everybody still there? Yeah, it was only the second trap card. Am I still on? Okay, thank you, pupil. Okay, let's see. We're almost there. We'll soon find out if my calculations were correct. Oh, 7 completed. Lucky number 7. Okay, we're almost there. Last 2 cards. If either of these are foil, my calculations were correct. Okay. Oh, no, actually, it's the third last card. Disregard that, pupils. Mr. Volcano. Looks like who Dragon thinks he is. These ads. As I was saying, if either of these are rare, my calculations of the order of which these boosters are packed in were correct. Another... quite a few traps. Interesting that this was the first booster pack that I got a trap in. I actually got thrice the amount. Next up. Is this... where... was I correct, pupils? I must believe in the heart of the cards. Well, pupils, it seems that I got my first trap of sorts in this pack. Well, this pack was full of traps, as you can see. Perhaps it means that actually these Yu-Gi-Oh cards are just packed in no particular order. Oh, someone asked, Mother purchased this for me whilst she was on vacation, pupils. This is where I'm getting these rare quarter-century packs of sorts. It's the Canadian... Oh, apologies. It's the Canadian foul play at foot. I think you might be right, pupil. Okay. Pupils. Our second last booster pack. Dark Crisis. Well, I appear to be in something of a dark crisis right now if I don't get some more ultra rares. Mother vacationed in Vancouver. No, it's not an act. Divorced dads, mayhaps I should get a booster or two of those. Okay, let's see here. I'm not going to bother rearranging these as they seem to be in no particular order, pupils. Is the music okay, pupils? Let me know if it's drowning me out. Numero uno. Ah, the archfiend of sorts. Is there another episode of Trading Card Simulator coming soon? Well, pupil, ask and ye shall receive. Mayhaps there shall be a new episode. Should I keep you guessing or just tell you? I'm gonna post it tomorrow. I challenge you to a duel, Sensei. I'm buying my singles as we speak. Is that so? I'm sending you to the proverbial Shadow Realm. Okay, let's see here. Oh, pupils! A contract with the Forbidden One. Next up. Dark Scorpion. Mene the Thorn. Mayhaps I'll sleeve this one. Okay, next up. The Blindly Loyal Goblin. Looks like Mother's boyfriend. Okay, next up. Oh! A foil of sorts! Reflect Bounder! Well, looks like my luck has just turned around, pupils. Okay. Uno momento. Look at the foil reflecting the light. Reflect Bounder indeed. Mayhaps I shall build a deck of sorts. Okay, let's see what's next. My thumb is still leaking out of my hangnail. As I said earlier, that'll probably just make the cards more valuable. Anyway, what's next? Oh, an uncommon of sorts. Tsukuyumi. Interesting. Next up. Spell reproduction. Notice how I got a foil, and this one does not have any trap cards. Ah, crud, Okay, let's see here. see here. I'm believing in the heart of the cards, pupils. Ah! Just as I say, I didn't get any more traps. I get a trap. Okay, well then, mayhaps a little reverse psychology is needed on this booster pack. We'll see if it works on this card. Ew, I notice I'm not getting any more ultra rare foils in this pack. Contract with the Dark Master. Zork, to be specific. Well, that's quite useless, as I do not have Zork in my possession. No, I've not dabbled in wrestling trading cards. Do I play Warhammer, and if so, what army? I haven't played in a time, pupil. But I suppose you'll think me something of a basic baka. As I collected, initially, Ultramarines. I knew. I'm a basic baka. But then, I did actually purchase a small army of Necrons. Okay, this is it, pupils. The last pack. The Invasion of Chaos. Oh, well met. To the pupils who are just joining us. What's my favorite programming language and why? I'm gonna choose Python, because it sounds formidable. Okay, pupils, this is it. Wish me luck. The last pack of sorts. The mighty Terror King Salmon. That's actually not bad. I know it just looks like a cruddy fish. Crud. Okay, pupils, keep wishing me luck. We're nearly there. Spatial Collapse. Another trap card. Another one. Begone, knave. This is what I say when I have trolls in the chat room. Okay, next up. Ah! Matazza the Zapper. An uncommon of sorts. That better not be the most rare one I pull in this last pack. I better get another foil. This is it. Ha! Who remembers this guy? That's what I thought. triads. Okay. This is it. How many cards are left? 3 cards left in this epic stream. Heart of the cards! The thing in the crater. Actually not bad. But I want another foil. I'd be lying if I wasn't a little nervous, pupils. I've only got 2 left. I don't want that uncommon to be my only rare in here. The Dawn Turtle. A scoundrel type. Oh! Bunny and Mayor of Spin City, thank you. Doubtless I'll need quite a lot of... finest rod to... take the edge off after this stream. Okay, this is it then. The last card. Let's get a drum roll, pupils. Mayhaps I wasn't believing hard enough. I have to believe harder. I have to believe harder than I ever had. In the heart of the cards, I believe this is going to be rare. Apologies, pupils. As you knew, Taint is still inside of me, and... well, I had to just ensure he did not... arise. Well... those were the 6 booster packs. I'll just double check there's no hidden surprises in here. No. Oh, crud. Greetings, Sensei. You'll be pleased to know I've been curating the finest selection of dew for you, straight from the highest peaks. Oh, thank you, pupil. Doubtless I'll need it to take the edge off. Thank you for the kind words, pupils. Well, at least for those who couldn't join us at the start of this, I did, of course, get the God cards. Obelisk. I'm gonna hide my ultra rare. I don't want to give away the surprise for those who just joined. Slifer the proverbial sky dragon. The old scam bra. An alternate art Blue Eyes White Dragon. The original scoundrel himself. Dark Magician. And, of course, everyone's favorite. Red Eyes Black Dragon. And the rarest one I achieved on the stream. Oh! Obelisk again. Let's have a comparison. Ew, I forgot I have two cameras. I can compare them both at once. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, for those who didn't know, this is why I got them. Or how, I should say. It's a quarter-century legendary collection. I wouldn't say my luck is unparalleled. I did get some cruddy cards in here. Let's see. I foiled the best ones. Foiled them. Sleeved them. Sleeved the foils, rather. Oh, crud. It's hard to see them with the sleeve on. Not bad, eh? Yes, I will be doing more Let's Plays. I have another trading card game simulator episode coming out tomorrow. Actually, I'm realizing now I didn't sleeve many. Because quite a few were cruddy. Did I really only sleeve 3? Oh, Bunny, thank you. People, I must say, thank you, of course, but please do not feel the need to bathe me in super chats. Your presence is enough of a gift. Thank you all for joining. I didn't realize I'd have so many pupils tuning in, so to speak, to watch me open some booster packs. And Mother purchased for me. Mayhaps I'll do it again sometime. If people enjoyed it, that is. If people didn't enjoy it, then I won't do it. I will stick to doing it offline. Sometimes only 3 cards are worthy of sleeves, correct. It was fun, you say. Since he has taken the proverbial sword of luck and transformed it into pluck. Perhaps this makes sense in English than in native Japanese. We do other cards like Pokémon or Magic the Gathering. Well, that depends. As I said, I'm rekindling my love for Yu-Gi-Oh! At the moment. I gave a gripping tale at the start of the stream about how Mother's boyfriend discarded all my cards and gave him the goodwill without my permission. All those years ago. So this is quite nostalgic. I was hoping to see my old pal Jinzu. He was one of my favorites. Oh, crud. I remember all those years ago wanting to... Well, I was something of a scoundrel. Who remembers the spirit messages? Yeah, everybody wanted Exodia. But I was something of a scoundrel back then. Anyway, mayhaps I shall partake. I believe that there are also other tins of sorts of quarter-century boosters. Although I think they're not in individual ones like these. I believe they actually just have a specific one, all jumbled up, if I'm correct. It's my wife's birthday. Can you give her a happy birthday, Emily? I just did. I'm just fooling around. Have a most fortuitous birthday of sorts. Emily's on. Dallas, you will be... Ew. I had a brain fart. Doubtless there shall be tenders aplenty and many a glass of finest rod. I could sure go for some finest rod. To take the proverbial edge off, mayhaps I just need to keep looking at Obelisk to take the edge off. I do now possess all of the God cards, pupils. It strikes me. Mayhaps I'm a pharaoh of sorts. Mayhaps I am a literal god of sorts. Ew. Pupils, I'm nervous now. What if I'm too weak to possess all of the god cards? What if I get corrupted with all that power? You don't think I'm weak. I'm strong. We shall see, pupils. I'm not quite sure. I suppose only time will tell. Mayhaps I'll give you an update soon on that front. I pray I'm strong enough. Let us not forget there's an ancient demon known as Taint deep inside of me. What if I get corrupted by the power and he comes back? Someone send him a Slowking hat. Slowpoke has always been one of my favorites. The old scamp. Yes, it is the real Sensei Ledoux. Alan-san? Yeah, that's correct. I suppose I am quite strong and that Taint can't defeat me. I've defeated him multiple times. Why would I ever fear him? That bozo. Well, I suppose after what happened the other day, I can't say Cyndaquil. If you knew, you knew, so to speak. Rick Slick. Sensei, my GF said she was leaving me for you. I wouldn't do that to you, pupil. Yes, we all wish we didn't know. Sensei, do you enjoy any non-anime video games? Of course I do. I just mentioned at the start of this how I was playing a lot of League of Legends and Teamfight Tactics and Hearthstone. Back in the proverbial day of sorts. I also like Resident Evil. And it is the so-called spooky season of sorts. Mayhaps I should play something scary. Ha! Good one. Scary games to a guy like me are just games, pupils. Mayhaps you've heard of Lady Luck-san. Is that so? Bulbasaur's name sounds like Dame. Dean. Oh, what's this? What did Store Alexa say? Sensei, silly question. Are you open to receiving fan mail of sorts? For instance, fan art depicting your glorious visage. Well, as you know, I'm something of a wandering Ronin. Thus, I have not been able to have a PO box, so to speak. Mayhaps someday, though. People keep asking me, can they gift me art of sorts, and I would like to put some on the walls here. I suppose, for now, if you were to tag me on my Instagram, I would add, if you go onto my Instagram, you'll see I have a highlight section of sorts, in which I have immortalized fan art of sorts. Oh, I keep remembering the bottom camera doesn't have anything on it. This is the blade of sorts I used to open the box. A memento of sorts from my quest in Japan. I suppose you're right, Math-san. My enemies would be able to send me threats of sorts. Dallas, you don't even know what this blade is called. I'll give you a hint. It's quite a humorous name I've given it. And the hint of sorts is that it rhymes with Chad's Bane. It rhymes with Chad's Bane. That is your clue. Who can guess what it's called? When I tell you, doubtless you'll laugh. I have a sense of humor, you know. The Aqua refrain knew. Oh, Robert B. Another clue of sorts. That's the closest guess. Yes, it rhymes with Chad's Bane.
If you're finally
Bill,
ready to take
oh,
this without-
cruddy ad. Pupils, I'm going to give you a lesson of sorts. Sometimes a question or a riddle of sorts has the most obvious answer. That's the final clue. I feel like quite the scoundrel asking this question. No, it's not Chad's Bane. Okay, do you give up, pupils? I'm quite the scoundrel for asking this question. Ew. Alan Son, do you know what it is? It's the most obvious answer. Oh! Congratulations, Juku! It is indeed keychain. I told you I was quite the scoundrel. It's a keychain, pupils. Sometimes the lesson of sorts is not to overthink things. Don't overthink how deep this little test of sorts was. No, Benubu, it's not deceptive. It's a lesson of sorts. Your sensei has told you to mayhaps sometimes see things just as they are. Not everything is deception and trickery. Most humorous indeed. Yes, well, dare I say your training is paying off, pupil, if you got the answer. Oh, thank you all for the kind words, pupils. Thank you, Cassie-san. Ooh, and the best thing, of course, about this keychain of sorts... you can actually unsheath it. And it is what I used at the start of the stream to open this bad boy. Precisely, it's not acting. Eh. I'm just being me. Claire-san, your blade looks like it has a smiley face. Deceptive indeed. Oh! So it does. I see it now. Look at the old scamp. Smiling. Well, pupils, one of the most threatening things you can do to your enemies is smile at them. Trust me. They won't be expecting that. Mayhaps a demonstration of sorts. Try not to get scared. But imagine, if you will, you were an enemy of mine. And this is how I greeted you. Let me see what the chat said. Yes, shivers. That's what I expected. With fear, eh? Menacing indeed, Bunny-san. Firefly going haywire. How was my trip? Ah, pupil. Mayhaps you weren't here at the start of the stream of sorts. I was just... What uno momento. I was letting your fellow pupils know what it was that inspired me to... Well, actually, a siren's call went out to me to go to the land of the proverbial rising sun and to seek out some of their finest wares. Thus, I went. And let's just say I purchased a couple things. I gotta move the mic. One moment. Ah, crud. Ah, crud. This is harder than the looks, pupils. Mayhaps I'll just use the top camera. Yeah, I got a couple Dark Magician girls in there. My first love. Yeah, it takes me back. Of course, all of these are in Japanese. Pupils. Did I see someone in the chat earlier saying that Jinzu was one of their favorites? Is that pupil still here? Mayhaps not. Begone, ad! Ew, it appears the playlist has run out. I'll just restart it. Ooh, yes, it might have been me, actually. Mayhaps I was just looking for an excuse to show you my Jinzu. I used to have all the pieces of Exodia, now I just have multiple heads. You can blame Mother's boyfriend for that. Yeah, I got lots of dragons in here. Here's another blast from the past. Remember this guy? Quite formidable. Well, I suggest you do make the pilgrimage to Japan, pupil. Yeah. Truthfully, I wish I could go back, or even just reside there. Alas, I am needed elsewhere. I can sense some ladies in the chat as we speak. Huh. Why am I not surprised? Of course Sensei can bring these mademoiselles to him like a moth to a flame. His natural essence soothes through the screen. Well, I can't say you're wrong. Mayhaps some foreshadowing to the next episode of my Let's Play of sorts. Let's just say my natural essence is the theme of sorts. To the next episode of Trading Card Game Simulator. I actually unlocked all of the romance options. Oh, I just realized my mic was over there. Apologies, pupils. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of dragons in here. Every card in here is actually foil. Can't even see them all. It's too hard to show off my vast collection. Oh, of course, though, pupils. I did also source a couple of cards here. Or rather, there. From a different trading card game. The old scoundrel. The original scoundrel, some might say. Yes, all cards in here. Thankfully, Mother's dreaded boyfriend didn't discard all of my old childhood Pokémon cards. Although, I can't get them graded. They hold too much sentimental value, and also, let's just say there may or may not be Tendy residue all over them. Well, I think you're going to enjoy these ones. What's my favorite Pokémon? I wonder who it could be. I like to think he's actually looking at a plate of Mother's Tendies. This one reminds me of me. He's a loon. Because he's a loon warrior of sorts. Not because he has no friends. Probably has too many. That he needed some alone time. Anyway. Someone mentioned Psyduck. That old scamp. Do I have Psyduck in here somewhere? There's probably a lot of Tendy grease on this, too. Any Jigglypuffs? Ooh, uno momento. Cubone is mine. He's the lonely Pokemon, just like me, a sad boy. Is that so? He was quite formidable, actually. Doubtless he just needed to be a loon, because he was a Ronin of sorts. Let me see here. Let's see here. Aha! Closest thing we got to a Blade Scholar in the originals. Let's see here. Annie. Here we go. Jigglypuff. You can see this one's covered in grease. Farewell, pupil. Thanks for joining us. And, of course, another one. A fan favorite of sorts. I got some old foil ones here as well, but again, they're all covered in Tendy grease. That's a foil Clefable. A couple of scratches there. No, alas, I do not have Ancient Moo. Let's see here. Who was there back in the olden days at the original movie of sorts? I may not have gotten Ancient Mew, but I got Mewtwo. Also, have Dragonite. And the original rat himself, apologies, mouse. I guess he's pretty cool. He's new. Slowpoke, though. Well, let's see what else I got in here. Ew. You speak of this one. I got a couple of these. New shiny ones, though. I got a lot of different versions of this one, actually. But wait, there's more. I feel like this one doesn't get enough attention. Who remembers in the anime of sorts when we had that moment where Pikachu didn't want to evolve? Like I said, they may all be covered in tendy grease, but they hold value to me of the sentimental sort. Well, pupils, as we were all saying earlier, the Game Freak leak of sorts, well, all I'll say is this. With regards to that leak of sorts, it's actually fortuitous in the end that I do not have the final evolution of this particular set. Doubtless it's worthless now. If you knew, you knew. I suppose we'll have to wait for the trial of sorts. Ooh, here's a nice foil I got. Well, this one's in particularly bad condition, but again, it holds sentimental value. Who can guess what card this is? Lots of tendy grease on this one. No, it's not a starter of sorts. Okay, let's see here. A well-played card. covered in grease. I got another one in here that's also well played. Quite the underrated Pokémon, if you ask me. I bet half of you didn't even know about this one. Ew, I also have this. Lightly coated in grease and Rito dust. But I still put it in a sleeve for the sentimental value of sorts. This one's new. Got this in Japan. Oh, thank you, pupil. It's Japanese city pop for those who care. From the Promised Land. Would you ever work with Kyle Gordon is great? I suppose it would be nice to help a small creator like that. I also happen to have one unknown. Oh, I just realized it's unknown L. New Charizards, unfortunately. Or Blastoise. Actually, I don't have any of the original Final Evolutions. Oh, look at this foil. Crud, I can't get it out. Oh, the detective of sorts, Mayhaps. Well, we have another troll in our midst. Let's see, I thought Brew was a character until he whipped up Pokemon cards out. How many times do I have to tell you bozos I'm not a character? I got multiple coughings in here as well, actually. Who remembers the cards that were treaty renders of sorts? It was bizarre. Ew! These were not played with. I don't know why I only have a couple of them. Perhaps I could get these graded, pupils. I only got 2 of these. Can anyone in the chat let me know if this is worth anything? Farewell, Banubu. If anyone knows Digimon, let me know if this is worth anything. It's a foil of sorts. I don't know if it's worth anything, though. $2? Perhaps I should discard it. What about this one? $2 as well. I got some random magic cards in here as well. I believe this is worth at least $6. The Eerie Ultimatum of sorts. Anyway, I prefer the art of Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, I have these. Quarter-century celebration cards of sorts. $200? It's not for sale. I actually got all... I think I have all of these. Got a couple of them I have multiple of. Duelist cards. New Kaiba, though. Anyway, lots of cards. As you can see, they're all foil. Well, perhaps some of the cards that we got on this very stream will be going into this binder of sorts. Ew. Everybody's favorite. One of everybody's favorite, anyway. Expired library cards, eh? Anyway, pupils. Let us finish by pondering upon these again. I am now in possession of all of the God cards. We shall see if they will corrupt me, or if I will prevail. There it is, the most beautiful card we pulled on the stream of sorts. Thank you for the kind words, pupils. Well, these have to get added to my binder of sorts. Well, pupils, I want to say thank you all for watching today, and I also want to thank you. My channel actually surpassed 50,000 pupils recently. YouTube is my primary goal of sorts. So, how I've dreamed of having a proverbial play button of sorts. Yep, someday soon. Just keep sharing my videos and smashing the proverbial like and subscribe buttons. And I'll be trying to put out more long-form content. Thank you, pupils. I'll be trying to put out more content. And with that, I promise another Let's Play of sorts episode tomorrow. Mark my words. I'm just trying to think of a good title for it, actually. Anyway, pupils. It's been something of a pleasure. Will I return to Baldur's Gate 3? Actually, I got sick of that. I played it like 10 times. Completed it like 10 times. I think I'll be sticking to shorter games. At least until I figure out if that's actually... if people actually want to watch those things. And I'll be trying to think of other long-form content types. As Japan says, ciao, thank you for everything. Oh, thank you, pupil. Thank you all. And I hope you will enjoy some more of my videos. And I hope you will enjoy more of my streams in the future. Until next time, kiddos. Oh, crud. Is this thing still on? How do I turn this off? Crud. How's this? How do I